The next person we have a chance to hear from is Virginia Colin. Virginia is the founder and director of Colin Family Mediation Group, a group of professional family mediators, and they provide services throughout Northern Virginia. Virginia is a dedicated advocate for resolving family conflicts peacefully and, whenever possible, outside of court. She's also co-authored the book, The Guide to Low-Cost Divorce in Virginia, and we're going to hear a little bit more about that book and where you can get it at the end of her presentation. Virginia's been providing family mediation services since 1999. And as a contributor to the book, you also have my deep thanks, Virginia. Please.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. I really want to thank you for the opportunity, Michael. It was a fascinating undertaking, being involved with all these other people, putting together a useful book really fast. So nice work. The section that I wrote is addressed to a specific set of people who want to be separating, they want to be divorcing. But right now there's a pandemic on. The family doesn't have as much money as it used to because somebody lost a job or whatever. And you have to keep living in the same house when you don't want to. So there are lots of different sections of the book addressed to different audiences. That's mine. So ordinarily, people who want to get separated from each other are angry or hurt or both, but they don't want to be warm and friendly with each other. They don't want to really have to be in the same house anymore, and now they have to. How do you deal with that? One thing that I have that helps a lot of people is to keep in mind that you and your spouse are partners. Marriage is, in one sense, a business partnership, and you're in the business of raising children. And you want to raise those children to be happy, healthy adults. And to get there, you need to give them a home to live in where they can feel safe and relaxed and just play and be kids. So your spouse who you want to leave, you have to treat as an ally. Do the best you can to work together with each other cooperatively to give your kids a good home. One thing that is important in being able to do that is taking good care of yourself. And Jennifer mentioned some of the aspects of taking good care of yourself. You know, there's always nutrition, getting enough sleep, moving, exercising. I would add that for a lot of people, meditation is helpful. It helps you to calm yourself down and be mindful of how you're interacting with people. And for a lot of people, having fun is important. If you're just working and taking care of kids all the time and you never have any fun, it's hard to be a joyful, supportive person. I think that having conversations with friends is also enormously important for a lot of people to stay healthy and happy. And if you are dealing with a lot of anxiety or depression or anger, then it's a good idea to get in touch with a therapist. And many therapists, just like many family mediators, are offering services online during the pandemic. So you should be able to find somebody who can help. The next step in your effort to cooperate as co-parents and build a good foundation for your kids is to have private space. You know, you really need to be able to get away from each other. You need to be able, each of you, to go and recharge your physical and psychological and spiritual batteries. So just having a separate space somewhere in your home is really important. And respecting each other's need to stay in their separate space, not intruding on that, is really important. And remember, you are allies taking care of your kids. So the best way you can help your ally take good care of your kids is not make life miserable for your ally. So work together on that. The next step is to think about what structure you need in your lives. Think about what are the things that you might fight about. You don't want to be fighting in front of the kids. It really is scary for kids and damaging for them. So what are the things that might trigger fights, or what are the things that might cause a lot of tension? And then think, is there any way that we can come to agreements and structure our household so that those things don't happen? So structure, in my mind, has two aspects. One would be schedules and one would be rules. An obvious example of scheduling is if both of you are employed and working from home, you need a schedule. You need to know who's at work when and who is the parent on duty when. Who's the parent the kids should go to if they want to run around in the neighborhood, or if they're squabbling with each other, or who's the parent on duty to make sure that they do their chores on time. So agree on a schedule. And then you can even, this is fun, if you're working at home, you can do this to help your kids know remind them what the schedule is. Just make a little sign for your office door. Mom is at work, talk to dad. Or dad is at work, talk to mom. So it kind of makes a joke of it, but it protects your work time, which your family needs, because your family needs the income. So that would be one example. Rules. If you can agree on what are the rules for your kids, and the two of you can enforce the same set of rules, that is very helpful. Sometimes parents can't do that. Parents who stay married to each other for 37 years sometimes can't agree about what the rules for the kids ought to be. And so if you really can't agree, then probably you need to help make a decision about whose rules are getting enforced when, and how are the kids going to know which. So that would be a good thing. It's also good if you can it's important to come to an agreement about the family finances during this period of living together while you don't want to. Your incomes are very tied up with each other. How you spend money has a big effect on each other and on your kids. So if you can possibly work out agreements about that, it's a good thing to do. Working out some of these agreements about structures and schedules and rules and budgets can be difficult. Some couples manage that on their own, even though it's hard. Some couples really could use some professional help. And in those circumstances, I recommend getting in touch with a family mediator. There are a lot of us all over the country, and many of us are available by Zoom or some other online communicating way. So you can get the help that you need to make your agreements, make your plans, and do a good job working together to raise your kids. For most people in this situation, I would recommend that you postpone negotiations about the ultimate terms of your divorce. There's enough other tension in the air right now. You don't need to be working on that yet. You can just put that on the back burner. So, closing, I'll just re-emphasize that what you're doing now is laying the foundation for cooperative co-parenting later after you do separate and after you do divorce. So build that foundation. Now I'm going to digress and mention something about a book. With Rebecca Martin, I wrote The Guide to Low-Cost Divorce in Virginia, and it tells you how to get some free or nearly free legal advice, how to take good care of yourself and your kids as your lives are changing, how to structure a solid co-parenting plan, and how to work with a reluctant or argumentative spouse. So basically, the book is about how to get a divorce that is almost a do-it-yourself divorce. Just, work with professionals for the amount of help you need, but you may not need very much. So that's it. And again, I want to thank Michael for involving me in this project. And Michael is muted.
Sorry. Thanks, Virginia. One of the things I would say is that I purchased a copy of your book, and I concur that it is a practical and useful resource for people, that combined with the kind of professional support that people might need and may choose, it's great. Thanks for your contribution today. Thank you for your contribution to our book.